Hey you guys, welcome back to some more loopers. So last episode was just kind of our introduction to the game, and there was quite a bit that happened. I mean, I feel like the first start, okay, so the first little bit was Tyler in the hospital room, and he was talking to a girl, which I'm assuming was Mia, who we had met. So he was talking to her, talking about this treasure that has to keep being passed on, and you can't like seek after it. If you seek after it, then you're not going to get the reward at the end. Apparently, as you pass it on, you get some kind of wish granted. Okay, so we got that. Then they went geocaching for a while, and that was a very interesting start to a game. It was very nonchalant. Anyways, after that, we found this guy who supposedly like went and killed this family, and then we met him and Mia, and they were talking about this storm, and there's a loop, and all this stuff, and they're like, surely you'll meet us again, you know. Lots of stuff going on. I made it a longer episode just so we could get into it, but that's pretty much what about happened. We're just going to continue on from there, and I'm still a little bit lost to the story. I mean, I feel like I kind of have some of it down, but no idea where it's going. We're just going to keep playing and see what ends up happening. Tyler's eyes flickered open. It felt like somebody was calling him. According to his phone's display, it was exactly noon on August 1st. He tried to go back to sleep, but he couldn't get rid of that nagging sensation that someone needed him. Just kind of an interesting observation. So I think it was like a Triceratops. It was like a Triceratops eraser. And if you notice kind of on the right side of the screen here, in one of these pictures, he has a golden Triceratops, just like the eraser he had. I wonder if that's on purpose. And then he has a treasure map, apparently, and a world map. Ooh, and he's got, like, Power Rangers over there. Interesting room. Got out of bed and opened his curtains. Narrowing his eyes against the morning sun, he could vaguely make out a figure in the street below. Oh, gosh. No, I don't think you are. For a moment, it looked like there had been a woman or a girl there. A girl maybe in her teens gazing up at Tyler's window. He couldn't make out her face, though. In fact, her whole body was somewhat indistinct. Even as Tyler looked down at her, he couldn't be sure that there was even anyone there. She looked human, but there was definitely something ethereal, something otherworldly about her. So you were right all along. I have to find it. The girl's voice slowly faded away. A moment later, her body followed, vanishing without a trace. So we have like two kind of weird plots going on. So we have the Sagashi Onna, which is kind of like this ghost ethereal creature, and then we have the loops. I wonder if they're connected in some way. Like, we need to get out of this loop to figure out what's going on. I mean, we're not even in the loop yet, though. But if I was the Sagashi Onna... More than any kind of fear, Tyler just felt sorry for her. Without realizing it, he clenched his fists in frustration. Oh, so we get to see Hilda. Okay. Going off Hilda here. Still drenched in sweat, Hilda gradually came awake. Her sleep had been troubled as if she'd been haunted by the same nightmare over and over. Yeah, why is it nighttime? Did you sleep all day? Or did you loop around? Checking her phone, Hilda was greeted with 5 missed calls, all of them from work. She hurriedly checked the time. It was midnight. Her shift had started hours ago. Even as she slept, that same voice had been ringing in her ears. Gosh, that's creepy. So she keeps saying she has to find it. I'm assuming she has to find that little Triceratops. I don't know if that, like, it really is the treasure, or if that's, like, just what it looks like, and maybe as they pass it along, like it looks like something else. But I'm guessing she's looking for that, and like she maybe needs that. Maybe that's how we get out of the loop, is helping her find it. Yeah, that would drive somebody nuts. The phone began to ring, adding to the cacophony. She threw the phone across the room in frustration. It hit the wall but didn't stop ringing. Groping around, Hilda picked up her TV remote. She turned on the volume all the way up, trying desperately to drown out the voices in her head, but even that wasn't enough. Footsteps echoed from the corridor and her door was flung open. Hilda's temper had reached its breaking point. Unfortunately for her father, he'd walked in right in time to catch the full fury of it. Even Hilda didn't know why she was so angry anymore. She wasn't thinking straight, she just wanted it all to stop. After an especially hard shove, her father stumbled out in the corridor and the top of the stairs. He struggled to regain his footing, but it was too late. He tumbled all the way down, head over heels. My gosh, are you gonna kill this man? Dang, she's going insane. Look at those eyes, she's going wild. Hilda's father was laying motionless at the bottom of the stairs, his body twisted at an unnatural angle. She stomped back to her room and switched off the TV. No reply, no kind of response whatsoever. Hilda crept down the stairs, afraid of what she might find. Her usual bravado had disappeared, now placed with only a growing sense of dread. She shook him gently, then a little harder. He wasn't waking up. His eyes were glassy, reflecting back the hallway lights without any life of their own. Gosh dang, this game's getting dark. I wasn't sure how I felt about it, like the first maybe 45 minutes. I think the first 45 minutes, the first episode, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this game. And then it started picking up and things were happening. And now it's like, gosh dang, what is going on here? She's going wild. Tears rolled down Hilda's cheeks. It was all too much for her. Her gaze drifted back upstairs. None of this was real. It couldn't be. Reality could never be this cruel. She had to be dreaming. She staggered back to her room in a trance, hoping against hope. Or you'll never wake up. We'll have to see. Leona had collapsed right in front of her. And Hilda had just
この
watched.
時に私の頭は壊れてしまっていたんだ。昨日はここでいつものように仲良しのレオナと深夜のおしゃべりを楽し平と再会して宝探しに付き合うことになった。そう、この公園で宝探しをしてあの時ビビリの私が本当は夜の公園で宝探しなんて怖かった。平と別れてコンビニに戻った後、レオナに私が未だにビビリで虚勢をあの時もう私の頭は少し恥ずかしいのをつつきでごまかして、きっと本当はレオナじゃなくて私の頭が。
Very unsteady on her feet now, Hilda shuffled out into the desolate nighttime streets. It was almost 5 a.m.
もしそうだったなら、レオナもお父さんもなんともなくって、私だけがおかしくなっているのだったら。
Her mind was still hazy. She was barely even aware of where she was or what she was doing.
レオナを殺しちゃった。お父さんも殺しちゃった。私は人殺しだ。お父さん死んじゃった。私が殺しちゃった。いつもこううるさいお父さんだったけど、もう口を開くことはないんだ。
You know, I think my wife would actually be okay with that if I stopped telling dad jokes.
家の扉を開いた向こうに廊下。その廊下にお父さんはもう瞬きさえすることなく目を半開きのままお父さんに謝ろう。それから言い訳をせず自分の罪を認めて。
Hilda reached a trembling hand towards her front door. It swung open and... Sitting in front of the doorway is a person she recognized all too well.
ありえないよ。
ん？こんな時間に何やって。
I think she looped. That's gotta be it. Yawning wide, Tyler felt a little dizzy. For a moment, his mind drew a complete blank. What was he doing here again?
おいおい、フラッと来るなんて。ってなわけあるかい。俺はまだまだ情熱と野望に満ちた若者だぜ。
It was probably just fatigue mixed with excitement.
で、今は宝探しの最中だったっけ？
He checked the location on his phone.
参ったな。やっぱ俺相当眠いのかもしれないぜ。この宝物に挑戦したら適当なところで切り上げて、普段ならこんなにもフラフラになるまで宝探しを続けた。どうしてもう一丁行ってみようなんて思ったんだっけ？
He probably should have quit while he was ahead.
ヒルダやレオナと再会してみんなで一緒に宝探しをしたのがその余韻に浸りたくて、少し眠かったのを無理してもう一回挑戦することに決めたんだっけ？
So what time did they loop back to?
あれ？でもそれって昨日の話じゃなかったか？
While he was trying to get his thoughts straight, Tyler arrived at the base of a telephone pole. He paused for a moment, confused. He'd never been here before, so why did the place feel so familiar? Maybe it was a trick of his tired mind.
これが噂に聞くデジャブというやつか。
He found his eyes wandering to the metal box next to the pole. Some vandal had left graffiti, all very familiar-looking graffiti. His first instinct had been to check the cache on the pole itself, but something about the metal box called to him.
すごいデジャブだな。隠し場所までわかる気がするぞ。
Back of the metal box. Yes, there it was, a smaller box held in place of a magnet. The treasure had been placed in such a way that it was easy to mistake for another part of the pole.
ういうことだ。
It went beyond mere deja vu.
俺、この宝箱。
Tyler checked the contents just in case. If he was actually remembering things, then he'd already found what he'd
犬
found
キ
inside.
キーホルダ
He opened the lid and checked.
ー。やっぱり。
Yep. Not only that, but he'd seen the key ring clearly in his mind, right down to the finest detail. It wasn't a lucky guess or deja vu. The whole situation was so bizarre it had chased any thoughts of sleep from his mind.
俺を見つけたのはいつだ？最近？そうだ。俺どうして同じものに2度挑戦してるんだ？寝ぼけて2度挑戦しちまったってことなのか。
Next, Tyler inspected the logbook. If this was the same cache, it should have his name and yesterday's date in it. It's not.
そんなバカな。
I mean, he should probably check what day it is with somebody, and maybe that'll tell him a little bit. Being too sleepy to notice wouldn't explain this.
この宝物を見つけたことがあるはずだぞ。
So why wasn't it there now? A knot of unease was growing in the pit of Tyler's stomach.
まさか。いや、そんなバカな。
He checked his phone yet again. Yet again, he shook his head in disbelief.
信じられない。こんなことって。
So we're in the loop. The date on his phone read August 1st, the same as yesterday. He couldn't hold back the rising tide of panic inside him. Then for some reason, his encounter with the strange girl popped into his mind.
お前も渦に飲み込まれつつあるのかもしれません。
渦。
ヒルダの動きもここのところ。
Hmm.
この異変は自分の身にだけではなく、まさか
Tyler wasn't the only one experiencing this, and maybe they can make sense of it
ヒル
together.
だ。
With that single thought guiding at me, he ran down the street. So I wonder what happened to Leona then. Why did she, like, freak out?
ヒルだー！おっ！
Hilda collapsed into Tyler's arms, sobbing out her troubles in one barely coherent
何
stream.
があったか知らんが落ち着け。俺も大いに混乱している。俺だけだったら夢だと思うんだがな。ヒルダの様子を見るに残念ながら夢ではないらしいぜ。
夢じゃないの？どうしよう、どうしよう。お父さん、レオナ。
混乱する気持ちはわかるが、まずは落ち着けと。
Tyler jabbed his thumb into a spot at the base of Hilda's neck.
とにかく落ち着け。
Did he, like, a pressure point or something? Despite all the hacking and coughing, she was less hysterical now. In his own way, Tyler was surprisingly good in a
落
crisis.
ち着いたか。次は自分のスマホを取り出してみろ。
なんで？
日付と時間をよ。
日付って8月1日の午前5時の
俺のスマホも同じだ。8月1日。
おかしいって。
日付が進んでいない。
どういう？
俺たち一緒に宝探ししたよな。
したよ。それがなんだよ。
そう、8月1日の未明から明け方くらいの頃、俺たちはコンビニの前で出会って、それからどうした？何があった？口にしなくてもいいから落ち着いて思い返してみろ。
タイラと別れて、私とレオナはコンビニに戻って、レオナと喧嘩して頭突きして、混乱した私は逃げ出して、昼前までフラフラと歩き回って、それから家に帰って寝て。
Yeah, I wonder what's happened to Leona. I wonder if she's like trapped in this loop now, if she's okay, or what's going on with her. She was like freaking out. She was going nuts.
夜に起きて私がうるさくしてたらお父さんを階段からお父さんレオナ
落ち着け。その後はどうなったんだ？
わけがわからなくなって、これは全て悪い夢だと信じたくて。あれ？よくわかんなくなってきた。
Yeah, this is where she would have been at about 5 in the morning.
俺たちはコンビニ前で出会ってから宝探しをして、だから今日は8月2日じゃなきゃおかしい。
8月1日。
つまりこれはどういうことだ？
わかんないよ。私バカだからよくわかんないよ。
8月1日が終わって次は2日のはずなのに、また1日が始まってるんだよ。
そんなことってスマホのアプデがおかしいとかでバグってるだけじゃないの？
ここに来る途中で出会った人たちに片っ端から聞いてみたが、みんな8月1日であることに何も疑問を感じていない。ひょっとすると俺とお前だけが昨日にタイムスリップしているのかも。
As a concept, time travel was nothing new. It had been a staple of sci-fi stories for decades. It went a long way to explaining their current situation. Hilda started to think about it more
そう
rationally.
だ、着信履歴。
Last night, before the fight with her father, she'd woken up with a bunch of missed calls from
バイ
work.
ト先からの着信履歴が。つまり
Yeah, there's definitely something screwy going on here.
おそらくだが、昨日俺たちが別れてから以降の一日がなかったことになってる。
じゃあお父さんは大丈夫ってこと？レオナは
Hilda's face lit up with understanding.
死んだはずのお父さんが家にいてびっくりして飛び出してきたけれど、私がお父さんを突き落としたというあのおかしな一日がなかったことになっているなら、お父さんよかったー。
どう分かったから抱きついてくるなって。いろいろ戸惑う。
Hey, she's been through a lot, okay? Can we, like, be a little bit more forgiving of her?
でも待ってよ、昨日の明け方にタイムスリップしているということは、レオナのことはなかったことにはなっていない？
Oh, okay. So that's where that's gonna come in then. The point in time they'd gone back to was several hours after Leona collapsed. As if responding to Hilda's thoughts, an ambulance siren began blaring somewhere in the distance.
レオナのところに戻らなきゃ。レオナが心配。レオナは私のせいで。
レオナはどこに？
まだあのコンビニだよ。
よし、行くぞ。
タイラって、こんな時はなんか頼もしいのな。タイラが教えてくれなかったら私はまだきっと混乱してた。ありがとう。
The two of them ran back in the direction of the convenience store. Tyler thought of his conversation with the strange girl again.
レオナも不憫です。どうせ渦に落ちてくるのだったらもっと早ければ。
Yeah, so I guess she's just pretty screwed right now. She knew Leona. She'd mentioned her by name. What was this spiral they were all supposedly been sucked into? By the time they got to the store, the ambulance was there too. Interesting. Some of the writing on the side there almost looked like it was in like Korean, but I think it's supposed to be Japanese.
すみません、その子の友人です。レオナは大丈夫なんですか？
脈拍は正常なのですが、精密検査をしてみないことには何とも。
そんな、レオナ。
Hilda and Tyler got into the ambulance with her. All the way to the hospital, Hilda held Leona's hands, tears in her eyes. I wonder what's going on with her then.
じゃあお友達の名前とか住所とかわかる範囲で書いてもらえるかな？
はい。それでレオナの容体は？
もうすぐ先生がいらっしゃるからちょっと待ってね。
はい。
お友達は
何かお薬とか服用してる？
They're asking her about drugs.
いえ、私たち優等生じゃないけど、やばい薬とかはやってません。
じゃなくて、何か病院で薬とかもらってないかという意味だろう。
I mean, to be fair, I thought that too.
健康だけが取り柄なんで、そういうのはきっともらってないと思います。
おかしいわね。こんな患者さん、今日は3人目よ。
すみません、お待たせしました。
先生、レオナは？
CT の結果ですが、異常所見は認められませんでした。外部からの刺激に対して一切の反応がなく、昏睡状態だと考えられます。
Huh, so she's the third one. I wonder what's going on then.
つまりどういうことですか？
簡単に言えば、とても深い眠りについている。
Yeah, that's what a coma means. Yeah.
普通はこういう状態だと頭蓋内の疾患が疑われるのですが、ご友人は糖尿病とか、あるいは肝臓や心臓などに疾患があったりはしますか？
ないです。聞いたこともないです。健康だけが取り柄で。
また全く問題がないのに昏睡。
The doctor looked at the other beds in the room. Aside from Leona, there was two young men, both laying practically motionless. From outside, they heard a nurse talking to a
車
visitor.
さん、すみませんが、受付の方へお願いします。
Tyler's ears perked up. That name sounded familiar. Yeah, it does sound familiar. Kuronuma.
そうだ、思い出した。冷酷な目をした男。ただの偶然なのか。
He thought back to the previous August 1st. The young man with the cold gaze had admitted to attacking two people.
確かあの時、野獣馬に聞いた話では、鈍器で頭を殴られたとかなんとか。そういえばあいつ、俺に鉄アレイみたいなものを投げつけてきたっけ？
There was no sign of injury on these patients' heads, though. They simply refused to wake up that morning. Their families had gotten worried and brought them in.
どういうことなんだ？人違いなのか？
Yeah, what is going on?
昨日の8月1日と今日の8月1日で。
Everything ought to be playing out the same as before. That's exactly how it worked in fiction, anyways. At Tyler's, mystery man committed these attacks in the last August 1st, but not this one. Even if he hadn't, it looked like the victims had ended up in the hospital all the same. So I would say, since they're in a loop, okay, most loops, it's like a matter of like fine-tuning things until you get it right. Like you have to figure out, okay, what's changed and what do I need to do to fix it. So I feel like the people that are in the loop, the people that keep going through August 1st, are going to make changes. They're going to do something differently, and because they are doing something differently, things around them will be happening differently. Or else, yes, generally I feel like for most people, they would just keep doing the same thing, right? Like it would be just another August 1st for them.
先生、レオナだけじゃなく、向こうの2人も同じなんですか？
So I feel like maybe the one guy and Mia, maybe they're trying to do different things. Maybe they're trying to figure out some kind of mystery that's going on. And obviously it must have to do with killing people or getting rid of somebody. It's kind of weird, but we'll have to see.
実は彼らも全く同じ状態なんですよ。特に異常は見られないんですが、昏睡状態に陥っていまして。だけど、それがこうして3件も重なると。
Comas weren't something to take lightly. Apparently, they were often the results of some serious underlying conditions. The hospital staff had checked for everything, but the results had all come back negative.
なんだろう。まさか新しい病気か何かなのかな。
わからないけど、とりあえず言えることは一つだな。
何？
お前の頭突きが原因ってわけじゃないってことさ。あっちに寝てる2人にも頭突きをした覚えがあるって言うなら。
するわけねえだろ。
Hilda's heart flooded with relief. The guilt that had been hanging over her was finally starting to clear. She was so grateful to Tyler both for pointing this out now and having been there when she needed him most. But what about Leona? What was wrong with her? Would she ever wake up?
とりあえずレオナの親に連絡しないと。
そうだな。
Out in the corridor, Hilda took out her phone and called Leona's family.
もしもし、朝早くにすみません。昼だと申します。 いつもお世話になってます。
Oh, they're going back to the fact that her name is different in Japanese than it is in English. Like it's Hiruda instead of Hilda.
こいつ普段は不良っぽくしてても
So wondering why they translated it that way. It's interesting. She gave him a swift kick and waved him away, all while keeping up her side of the conversation. It was pretty impressive. Tether took the hint and gave her some space. You overheard some staff talking on their way to the nurse's station.
306の子が病室に戻ってきてないって。
もうこんな忙しい時に。
騒がしいな。他にも何か起きているんだろうか。
Oh yeah, I have a feeling there's a lot going on today. Someone passed by going the other way.
この引っかかる感じ。
He couldn't put his finger on it, but something seemed familiar. Oh, it's this guy. He's wearing a little pin.
そうなんね。
Interesting.
まさか。やり終えたか。間違いない。あいつだ。
The young man was looking at the coma patients, the same two people he'd attacked the day before.
ヒルだ。
はい。あ、はい。すみません。よろしくお願いします。失礼します。なんだよ、平。電話の邪魔すんなよ。
おい、あの男だ。
何の話？
Yeah, I don't think she would have known about him, right? Tyler breathlessly caught her up. He told her about the criminal who'd attacked two people in their sleep, about how his victims were now in comas like Leona. Now that guy was here now surveying his handiwork.
まさかあの男のせいでレオナはあんなになったのか？
I wonder if he's the one putting them into comas.
そうと
Like
決
on
まったわけ
purpose,
ではない
for
が、
some reason.
あいつが何か知ってる可能性は高い。
どうする？とっ捕まえて締め上げるか？
ここは病院だぞ。一目がとにかく後をつけよう。
Any clue they could get about his identity might
こ
help.
んなことならあの時、あいつと取引をして身分証をもらっておけばよかったな。
Yeah, that's true. But like you said, it could have been fake.
何者なんだ。今日こそ逃がさないぞ。
おい、もうちょっと距離を開かないと見つかるぞ。
もう少し詰めねえと見失うよ。
賑やかなやつらですね。尾行くらいもう少し静かにできませんか？
Yeah, I suppose you're right. We haven't been doing a good job here.
お前は
名前を覚えていることができたようですね。
So why are you wearing this like giant hood when you're just a girl like us? Like you're just like a schoolgirl?
お前誰だ？
I mean, it's definitely a different school's uniform, I'll say that. But she has that same pin too. I wonder if that, because it looks like it says L. I wonder if that's L for Looper.
あの男の仲間だ。昨日男を追いかけた時に
マジか？
We're gonna join some secret organization that like changes the world from the shadows.
おいてめえ、レオナはどうしてあんなになったんだ？
数えきれないほど頭突きされたら誰だって倒れたくなります。もっと早く来ていればレオナもきっと。いいえ、それを言っても仕方がありませんね。
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
てめえ、レオナのことを知ってんのか？
レオナだけじゃない。この子は俺のこともヒルダのことも知っていた。
I don't know. How about you shut up and let her explain?
なに？どういうことだ？
渦に飲み込まれているという自覚はありますか？
何の話だ？
渦というのは今日がまた8月1日だということ。
そうだった。私たちタイムスリップしてまた8月1日に。
残念です。とても一緒にサイモンのところに行きましょう。
サイモン？
お前が追いかけていた男の名前です。
Okay, so we have a name at least. That's good. Mita started walking ahead of
案
them.
内します。ついてきてください。
How come you can't give us answers, huh? Tyler and Hilda hesitated but couldn't think of any reason to refuse her help. The whole thing felt shady, but this is what it took to find some answers. A short taxi ride later, they were standing outside a fancy apartment building. Mia paid the driver with a 10,000 yen bill? Okay, and told him to keep the change, too. Gosh dang, how much money do you have? That's like a $100 bill. Yeah, it's probably Yeah, somewhere 80,
金回りがいいんだな。
$80 to $100. A good amount of money.
お金なんてある意味無限にありますから。
Is that because you literally loop, so it doesn't matter how much money you spend? You're just gonna go back? You opened a backpack and showed others what was inside. It was full to the brim with stacks of cash. What the frick? How the frick did you get all this money?
平から聞いてる物騒な話と合わせて考えると。
人聞きの悪いことを言わないでほしいです。
Please give us credit where credit's due, okay? We're not no evil
私
organization
た
here.
ちが犯罪集団なら、レオナもその仲間ということになってしまいますよ。
Maybe actually. I feel like Leona looks like the kind of person who might get herself involved with that kind of stuff.
お前はレオナの友達なのか？
いや、こんなやつ聞いたこともねえよ。
レオナはいい友人でしたよ。私とレオナは出会ってから5年は過ごしています。
Like how Hilda's like, I would know, and she's just like, yeah, we've been friends for 5 years. Like, what do you mean?
なわけあるかよ。私はレオナと付き合いが長え。だが、お前の話なんか聞いたこともね
え。レオナの好物は黒鹿堂のカピバラタピオカミルクティー。
確かにハマってるとは言ってたが。
好きな番組はプリバトの俳句査定バトル。富澤が出る回は毎回録画している。
Okay, that's pretty specific.
この通りだぜ。
ヒルダは中1の時からすね毛を剃り始めたが、ふくらはぎ側を忘れていたためレオナに大笑いされたことがある。
なんでそんなことまでしてるんだよ。というかレオナ、それは忘れてくれる約束だろ。
She's like, how the frick did you know that?
ミヤはレオナが昏睡した理由を知っているのか？
Oh, thank goodness Tyler's asking the real questions here.
ヒルダの頭突きを食らいすぎたせい。
やっぱり私のせいなんだ。レオナ、ごめんよ。おいおいおい。
冗談です。私たちはレオナが次第に元気を失って壊れていくところをすべて見ていました。私では力不足でした。
Huh. Okay, was she looping too?
レオナには親友であるヒルダが必要でした。
一体お前たちは何を知っているんだ？
さっきヒルダはタイムスリップと言いました。でもこれはタイムスリップなんて生優しいものじゃない。サイモンはこれを時の渦と呼んでいます。
Okay.
さあ行きましょう。続きはサイモンから話してもらいま
Let's
す。
freaking stop wasting time then. I want to know what you mean. So we're not really going back in time. Okay. Close the intercom key in a
ミヤ
code.
です。
Is it Mia or Maya? That was Mia. I'm just gonna keep calling her Mia. The doors opened and the three of them stepped inside to the foyer. They took the elevator all the way up to the top floor. Alright, good. I want some answers. What's going on
ミ
here?
ヤだけではなかったのだね。
サイモン、この二人もとうとう渦に飲まれたようです。
そうか。
Mia had led them into a spacious penthouse apartment, the kind they'd only seen on TV before. The chic furnishings and panoramic view all screamed luxury. And sitting at a desk in one corner was the man with the cold, cruel eyes.
ようこそ諸君を歓迎するとともに形容のできない不運に巻き込まれたことに心より同情申し上げる。
I mean, you could start by giving us some answers. That would be nice.
昨日はよくも鉄アレイなんか投げつけてくれたな。その件は申し訳なかったね。
レオナの昏睡のことを何か知ってるのか。目を覚ます方法を知ってたら教えてくれ。
知っているといえば知っているが、現状ではどうしようもない。
どういうことだ。
安心したまえ。必ず元通りに目を覚ます。問題は時間にしか解決できないことなのだがね。
I mean, we don't really have time, though. We keep looping, so it's not like we can just wait a few days. That's the problem here.
そもそもお前らはどうしてレオナのことを知っているんだ。
そうだ、私はレオナの一番のダチだ。そのレオナにあんたたちみたいな仲間がいたなんて一度も聞いたことがない。
Real quick though, can we like talk about the view in the background? Is that the Golden Gate Bridge? This guy just has a view of the Golden Gate Bridge from his penthouse. How rich are you?
彼女は我々の仲間であり友人でもある。
Well, I will say this has certainly got more interesting.
彼女とも随分長い時間を過ごしたと。そして彼女が君を恋しがっていたことも知っているよ。
私
レオナはずっとヒルダも仲間に加わってくれたらと言っていました。
Okay, so you guys are some kind of like secret organization here.
幸か不幸か、その望みは叶ったが、それが彼女が眠った後というのは。
もっとわかるように言ってくれよ。
そのためには時の渦について理解する必要がある。
Yeah, if Hilda would just shut up, we could probably get some information here, okay? I just want to know what's going on.
時の渦ってのは何の話だ？君たちはすでに8月1日が繰り返されるという異変を体験しているのではないかね。
そうだよ。私たち昨日も8月1日で今日も8月1日で。
Okay.
明日も明後日も来年も再来年もずっと8月1日だと。明日も明後日も
来年も再来年も。
それが時の渦というものだよ。
お前たちにとってはまだ昨日と今日が同じ日だったというだけのようですが、私たちはずっと前から8月1日だけの中で生きています。
ずっと8月1日だけの中で。
じゃあ明日もまた8月1日だっていうのか？
そうとも。8月2日が訪れてくれることが我々の悲願だ。
そりゃ困るよ。それじゃあ私の給料日はいつ来るんだよ。
That's what you're worried about here, that you're not going to get your paycheck.
バイト代がいつまで経ってももらえねえじゃねえかよ。
そうだよ、来週のザサイさんがいつまでも見られないじゃないか。
いやマジで？嘘だ。毎日が8月1日だなんてそんなバカなことって。
You guys are worrying about such small things right now.
わけのわからないことで俺たちを煙に巻こうとしてるんだろ。
Bro, you came to the conclusion you were repeating the day on your own. That wasn't anything new.
そのヨタ話、証拠があるって言うなら見せてみろよ。
Y'all are so dumb.
構わないとも。君たちが明日を迎え、さらに明日を迎え、いつまで経っても8月2日が訪れなかったなら、時の渦、それに飲み込まれたものは今日という一日を繰り返し、君たちもこの現実を受け入れるには時間がかかるだろう。恥じることはない。誰でもそうだと。
No. Let's just skip that. I don't need time to understand it. Let's just accept it and see what we can do about it.
今日のところは一度帰りたまえ。そして時の渦に飲み込まれていることを十分に実感し、理解。その時には改めて歓迎させてもらおう。
Simon was clearly in no hurry to make them believe him. Right now, though, they could barely process all this information. Maybe it would be a good idea to take some time away and think it over some more.
ここのルームナンバー3001を1階のエントランスで入力すれば。
ルームナンバーは暗記するように、私たちは記憶以外の一切を次の8月1日には持ち越せないのだよ。
No, I don't want to think about it. Haha. The idea that their everyday lives had been hijacked by something so profoundly bizarre hadn't set in yet. Dang it, I wanted more information, and he was giving out everything. I can tell him Tyler went over the situation again.
俺たちは時の渦とやらに巻き込まれて8月1日を永遠に繰り返すのか。まるでおとぎ話じゃねえか。
Well, might as well get some good sleep. Same day endlessly looping back on itself. How could such an incredible phenomenon even be possible?
きっと悪い夢でも見てんだろ。とにかく明日。
It was 11 p.m. on August 1st. Usually Tyler would be out hunting treasure at this hour, but for once he decided to get an early night instead. We looped.
例のイヌーピーのキーホルダーがあった場所の近くか。昨日は間違いなく家で眠ったはずなんだけどな。
Okay, so we're looping back to 5. Interesting. I wonder if that's the time they loop back to as well, or if they loop back during different times of the day. That'd be interesting. Sure enough, it was 5:01 a.m. on August
昨日も
1st.
確かこのタイミングで ムスリップした気がする。
Right nearby was a telephone pole with a metal box next to it. Tyler checked the smaller box hidden there. It contained the same key ring he's saying 3 days in a row. Likewise, the logbook had a clean blank space where his name should have been.
つまりタイムスリップなどという生優しいものでなく、ずっとずっと渦のようにぐるぐると同じ一日を繰り返し続けるということなのか。まずはヒルダと合流しよう。
She'd probably be at the convenience store with Leona.
レオナ、目を覚ましてくれよ。
When Tyler arrived, Hilda was trying in vain to shake her friend awake. She turned to him in tears, utterly
や
bewildered.
っぱりレオナは
気づいたらこのベンチにタイムスリップしてて、目の前でまた。
とりあえずレオナをこのままにはできないな。検査してもまた異常なしと言われるんだろうが、とにかく救急車を呼ぼう。
The ambulance came. They went to the hospital. The doctor said she was in a comatose state, but they couldn't determine the cause of it. Everything played out exactly as it had before, including the other 2 patients with mystery comas. After they didn't wake up that morning, their families had gotten worried and brought them in.
一体何が起こってるんだ。レオナはどうすりゃ目を覚ましてくれるんだよ。
わからない。あの男、サイモンのところへ行こう。
なんだっけ、時の渦だっけ。
I mean, he probably would have told you yesterday if you guys weren't, like, so hesitant. Like, you literally came to the conclusion you were looping on your own. And then he just told you that again. You're like, oh, I gotta go think about this.
このおかしな状況を最も理解しているのはどうもあいつらってことらしい。
そうだな。何者なんだあいつら。
The day before, Simon had sent the 2 of them home to help them come to terms with the truth. Looking back, that had been a wise choice. Without taking time to process things, they probably wouldn't have believed anything he told them. That was just how unreal the situation was.
昨日も思ったけど、すっげえたままんだよな。
でもよ、こんなところで宝探ししたらテンション上がるだろうな。
I only thinks about treasure.
お前がいつも通りで逆にホッとするわ。
This reminds me of that, I don't know if it's like a TikTok or a Vine or whatever, but it's like, the guy, and they're like talking about this and that, and they're like, real men want to seek Atlantis, a city of treasure.
ルームナンバーは
It was 3001. How could you forget that? It's so easy to remember.
3001
Okay, good. At least somebody here is smart. Kind of. Mia's voice greeted them over the intercom. Doors to the foyer slid open. Tyler and Hilda made their way up to Simon's apartment, and then... Ah, so they are called the Loopers. Okay, interesting. Look, we got like a whole crew here. Look at this. They were greeted by Simon, Mia, and 3 others. Let me welcome you to the group.
ようこそです。9人目。
9th and 10th. So there's more of you.
よくぞ来た。我ら呪われし輪廻者の連れルーパー
Oh my gosh, it's the Chuny. Of course we have a Chuny in the group. Look at this. She's got different colored eyes. The cycle of Samsara, my accursed brethren. Oh my gosh, it's freaking Noah from the freaking 99.
歓迎っていうか同情っていうかあるいはご愁傷様と言うべきでありますか。
You must be the tomboy. You look like a tomboy to me.
おやおや、なかなか素質のありそうな上腕二頭筋の若者だね。
Stereotypical, likes to work out, likes to look at himself in the mirror.
なんだこれ。
And then we have Simon, who I think is like probably the brains of the operation. But then we have Mia, who's obviously the leader. It reminds me a little bit of frick, what's her name? To think
情
about
報量が多すぎて脳みそがついていけねえ。
it. You're Rippy. Okay. I have to like sometimes just like forget about it, like whatever I'm trying to think of, and then it comes to me. So you're Rippy from Angel Beats. That's kind of who she reminds me of. Which I guess Key Animations like did the artwork for this game, which is kind of funny to me because I think Key also did Angel Beats. because they do all the stuff like clan out and things like that.
諸君、紹介しよう。新しくルーパーズに加わることになったタイラとヒルダだ。
ちょっと待ってくれよ。
それに加わるなんてまだ。
加わるかどうかじゃありません。
I mean, kind of
お
true.
前たちはすでに
我らもそなたらと同じ永遠に今日をループする。
You freaking chuny.
ループするもの。それでルーパーズってわけか。
おや、君は察しがいいみたいだね。健康な体は脳も健康にするということさね。
いや、わけわかんねえよ。まずこの状況を説明してくれよ。レオナはどうすれば元に戻るんだ。
She's just like, I don't give a frick about whatever y'all are talking about. I just want to save Leona.
順に話そう。まずは時。
There was that term again. The name Simon used to describe August 1st was repeating itself.
川に流れる落ち葉が時に岩陰の渦に巻き込まれ、下流に流れずいつまでも渦の中にとどまり続けているのを見たことはないかね。我々は時の流れの中でそのような渦に巻き込まれてしまい、下流に流れていくことができない存在なのだよ。
Okay.
そしてこの現象は我々の身にだけ起きたものではない。過去に何度も世界中で密かに起こっていたものなのだ。過去に何度も。
世界中で？
私が把握する限り、直近に発生した時の渦は1994年のアメリカメリーランド
That's
州
so
だった。
weird. So weird to hear about Maryland in a freaking Japanese game. I've never been to Maryland. Don't know much about it. Group of college students camping in the mountains have been caught in
彼
it.
らは後に時の渦を抜け体験談を発表したが、それはフィクションと片付けられてしまった。私は彼らの記録を見つけ、我々が体験している現象との類似点があまりに多いことに気づき、連絡生還者の話を聞けたおかげで、ようやく我々は時の渦の全容を理解することができた。
The college students had conducted research of their own in an attempt to understand the
時の
situation.
渦は呪いでもなければたたりでもない。
Okay, then what is it?
人間には知覚困難な自然現象の一種だと考えられるのだよ。
Why does it only happen to certain people then?
自然現象の一種。
こんな摩訶不思議な出来事が台風や地震と同じだっていうのか。
I think that's kind of what he's saying, yeah.
そうだ。社会が不安定になると発生しやすいようだが、発生原因などは一切不明。災害の一つと考えるしかないのだよ。そして台風や地震と同じように、時の渦は言い換えればその時を待つ以外に元の世界に戻る方法はない。
I don't know if I believe that.
そのアメリカのケースでは？
彼らの体感では時の渦に飲み込まれたことを自覚してからおよそ
I think he's gonna say years. He's gonna say like
20年か
Yeah,
30
okay.
年か。
I was gonna guess about like 14 years, so that's a good deal, greater than what I said.
あるいはそれ以上かもしれないとも言っていた。
Yeah, by that point you would just start losing track of time.
昨日も言ったが、この世界は記憶以外のものを持ち越せない。彼らの中には私のような暗記の得意なものはいなかったようなので、そして何より彼らは途中から時間の経過を
Oh, yeah.
意識して記憶に留めないようにしてしまった。
You'd be like, what? Days go by? Like, they've probably lived more of their life in that spiral than they actually did outside of it. Because, I mean, they probably were only like, what, 20s, 30s? So, I mean, they probably lived just as long in that spiral than they did outside of it. Same day repeating itself over and over and never changing. I think that probably puts a lot of stress on a
ち
person.
なみにお前たちはここに来てどれくらいの。私がルーパーになったと自覚してからは
15 years?
15年と125日が経過している。
What do you mean you've been in here for 15 years?
10
What a bombshell. I did explain why Simon seemed much more mature than the average 20-something. He'd lived a lot longer than that, it just didn't show in his physical appearance.
確実に何年で解放されると決まっているわけではない。ある意味、無期懲役のような世界でもある。
What do you mean life? You won't die because you'll keep going back to this day.
そのうちにみんな少しずつ。
心の死、それだけが我々不老不死のルーパーを殺す概念だ。
まさかレオナの昏睡ってのは？
この時の渦の中で、こ
心を病んでしまったことが原因だ。
Oh, frick, so she's been in here too.
ってことはレオナは
死んではいません。元の世界に戻れば
目覚めるってのはどういうことなんだ。
先ほども言ったが、時の渦はいずれ終わりの時を迎える。今は眠ったままだが、元の世界に戻れば
時の渦の中での記憶を夢か何かのように感じながら目覚めるので。
じゃあレオナは元通りに戻るんだな。
はい、安心してください。
Hilda heaved a sigh of relief. She must have been really worried about Leona.
なんでレオナだけ心を病んでしまったんだ。
彼女は今から5年ほど前にルーパーズに加わった。当初こそ混乱していたが、彼女もこの世界を理解し、ルーだがいつ終わるかもわからない時の渦という監獄。
それが次第に辛さとなり、レオナの心を蝕んでいったのです。
そして彼女にとって唯一無二の親友、君に理解してもらえないことが彼女をさらに追い詰めていった。
Yeah, gosh, she must have been going through this for a very long time.
私
Hilda was the one person in the world Leona had wanted to share her problems with. Interesting, so she said she's been in the loop for 5 years, and that's about how long Mia and her have been friends. This wasn't the kind of problem anyone could understand unless they experienced it for themselves.
私きっと耳を貸さなかったんだろうな。
無理もない話さ。自分を責めるな。
ひょっとしてレオナの幻。
ヒルダー、お前も早くこっち側に来いよ。絶対楽しいし。
やっとレオナが何を言っていたのか分かった。あいつどんだけ私のこと大好きなんだよ。
ヒルダ。
レオナの親すっげえ教育ママでさ、なのに受験失敗しちゃって、あいつ一回自殺しかけたことがあんだよ。マジであいつの鼻が潰れるかってくらい頭突き食らわしてやった。私もやられたけどあの日からレオナはずっと私と一緒にいるんだ。
When Leona had no one else to turn to, Hilda had given her a place to belong. She was more vulnerable than her brave front might suggest. With her friend by her side, she gradually regained her confidence.
ごめんな、レオナ。お前がこんなとんでもない目に遭ってるなんて。
目が覚めたら謝ればいいだろ。俺はレオナとはほんの少ししか話したことはないけれど、でも確実に感じたぜ。
Tyler's just like, yeah, she gave off some good vibes, you know?
感じたって何を？
あいつは心からお前を信頼してるし、すれ違いがあったからってそれを根に持つような嫌なやつじゃない。ヒルダがごめんって謝ったら絶対にカラッと笑って許してくれるさ。むしろお前が気に病んだ方が傷つく。多分そういうやつだ。
アイラ、ありがとう。
Hilda blinked away her tears, looking a little happier now. She didn't know how Tyler managed to stay so upbeat all the time, but his positive attitude was infectious.
レオナが昏睡した理由は分かった。だが病室にいたあの二人は、お前はあいつらを手にかけていたはずだ。だが今は昏睡状態にある。
確かに。どういうことなんだ？
あの二人も元はルーパーズの仲間でした。
Oh, okay.
あの二人も
この世界で精神的に追い詰められていくと二通りの末路が待っている。
一つはレオナのように自ら昏睡してしまいます。
そしてもう一つは心が壊れ
退屈の病の果てに狂気に取りつかれ、恐ろしいことを始めてしまうのです。
So, why doesn't everyone just put themselves into a coma and then this thing would be over very quickly? The state they lose all sense of reason and start lashing out
こ
indiscriminately.
こはいかなる行為も結果も全てが毎日リセットされる世界だ。どれほどの残虐行為を働こうともなかったことにできる。
Yeah, that's definitely something you'd have to worry about. It just reminds me of something that happens in Steins Gate. If y'all remember a certain route. Okay, I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but if you know, you know, okay?
しかし、けだものとなり果てた者が時の渦が終わるとき、元の世界に普通の人間として戻ることができると思うかね。
Yeah, like if you went out and murdered someone, like you would still know you murdered someone, whether it actually happened technically or not.
我々は時の渦を出て平和な明日に帰りたいのだよ。だから、けだものとなり果てた者は誰かの手で眠らせてあげなければならない。
眠らせる。
けだものとなった者に対して死を繰り返し与えると昏睡に陥り、元の世界に戻るまで目を覚ますことはなくなるのだよ。
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, okay. That's not what I expected him to say.
それがあいつらを手にかけた理由だって。
はい、あの二人は共に心を病み、とうとうおぞましい行為を繰り返すけど。
ループ開始時刻である午前5時の時点で彼らはまだ就寝していた。だが
それでその二人が起きる前に
レオナの名誉のために言っておくが、彼女は昏睡を迎えるまでおぞましい行為には一切手を染めなかった。
当たり前だ。レオナは悪ぶってるだけで札付きのいい子だぜ。
What do you mean good kid? You're like the same age. You can't call her a kid. You're a kid.
話は分かった。まだ完全に信用したわけじゃないけど、あんたらはただの悪人ってわけじゃなさそうだな。
時間は嫌になるほどある。ゆっくり打ち解けていけばいいさ。
Kind of true.
では、改めて同じ不運に見舞われた同胞を紹介しよう。
Inmates, huh? That's a way to put it.
サイモンだ。この中で最年長だが、サイモンと呼び捨ててくれて構わない。
Yeah, everyone has like a more complicated Japanese name, but they just call him some English name.
彼はこのルーパーズのリーダーでもあります。
Oh, really? He's the leader. I thought Mia would have been. Okay.
私は堀井サナ。みんなはホリーって呼んでいるでありますよ。
Why do y'all all have English names?
本名よりホーリーナイトチャンネルのホリーって言った方が有名かも。知ってたりします？
Is she plugging her YouTube right now or her Twitch?
ホーリーナイトチャンネル。
世の中の疑問や不思議、試してみずにはいられないことのすべてに体当たり。
She's plugging her YouTube right now on my channel. I'm not having that.
面白かったらぜひチャンネル登録をお願いするであります。
Alright guys, you heard it here. Except don't do it to her channel, do it to mine. You like, comment, subscribe, okay? No, I literally don't do that on my channel. I hate having to say that. It's like, yes, I would like people to do those things, right? You know, I'm a small channel, and you know, I appreciate it, but I'm never gonna ask. Or at least I'm not gonna ask right now. Maybe if I ever get big, maybe I'll sell out and I'll do that. But right now, I'm like, freaking screw that.
もしかしてあのホリー？
有名なのか？
チャンネル登録100万超えだよ。この人すっごいんだよ。知らないのタイラー？
Wish somebody gave me a shout out that has 1 million subscribers.
そんな
世の世界があら影の世界が我が名はリタプ。影の世界
I was so tempted just to skip her.
ペンネームがミラクルエナジーリタポンリーで
Miracle
リ
Energizer.
タミサキです。
Misaki Rita.
その名を緑に口にしてはならぬわ。
Shut up. Gosh, so chuny. The little symbol she has on her little tie, it looks like the freaking Hope Speak Academy.
こっちはまた個性が強烈だぜ。
ちなみに書店流通網の外で活躍する作家さんなのだそうだよ。
Gosh, does everyone here have like some special talent?
影の世界なんて不健康だね。人は常に日を浴びて体を輝かせなくっちゃ。
And then Joe just comes in here. He's like, "Oh yeah, you gotta go work out in the sun, you know, work out on my muscles and Gotta talk to the ladies. Yeah. Or the guys, you know, whichever way.
僕の名は霧島ジョー。ファーストネームで気さくにジョーと呼んでくれ。
Everyone has an English name. They have a Japanese name, but they just make it English. I mean, that makes it easy for me. I don't have to pronounce some weird stuff, but I'd rather just call them by their Japanese name.
頼んでもないのに見せつけてくる力こぶ。こっちも個性が濃い。
Hey, what's wrong with flexing, guys? You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. I don't got nothing to flex, so I'm not trying.
すっげえ体だな。俺もこのくらい鍛えてみたいぜ。
Freaking, I think the same thing, but you don't see me out here working out, so I mean I have like some dumbbells. I work out at home. That's all I do though.
ほう。
Not trying to go to the gym.
この筋肉の喜びがわかるのかい？君は見どころがありそうだよ。
I mean, he certainly has time to work out, but I don't think his body would stay the same, so.
最後はミアでありますな。
藤川ミアです。それでは改めまして、ルーパーズへようこそです。平、ヒルダ。
I want to know more about your backstory, though. What's going on with you? But they're just cutting out. Key. And the art was fire. And that's like, you got my attention, right? Should be a pretty short game. A good short game. Obviously you can tell like there's not gonna be a whole lot of stuff. It's only supposed to be around like 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. So I think it'll make for a good little ride here. I'm here for it.
それで結局俺たちはこれからどうすればいいんだ?
Alright guys, I am gonna end it here though. I think this is a good stopping point. We just had a little movie again. I'm not sure if that's the same one or not. I'd have to go back and look. But it's a little bit introduction to the characters. They should have just, like I said, saved up for that movie. That movie would have been way more helpful now that we know who all these characters are. But yeah, I'm definitely liking the game a lot better now that we're in this episode. The first episode, like I said, I was a little iffy on some things, but this one I'm actually enjoying it a lot more. Now that we're like into it and we kind of know what's going on, I think it's going in a good direction. I like it. But let me know what you guys think. I'll make sure to read y'all's comments. Even if I don't respond, I do read all of them. So, and yeah, I'm just gonna stop it here, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.